So that's step one. Transit time has gone from 2 hours to 16 hours. The stress levels are going back up again. Am I doing the right thing? What will be will be. Could everyone touch some wood right now, please? Just go with it. I am so exhausted. A few different interpretations of the same thing. Anyway, we'll see what happens next. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Megan and today you are joining me on my journey back to England, back to London from New Zealand. I can't wait. Currently it is Thursday morning. I fly on Saturday night and I'm just waiting for the doctors to open to get my COVID test. Basically, in order to get back to the UK as it stands today, you have to present a negative COVID test, a passenger locator form which you fill out with the UK government, and you have to present a proof that you have booked your testing kits for your 10 days isolation. I came to the doctors yesterday to do my COVID test because you have to do it in the 3 days before you leave. Their example is if you fly on Friday, then get your test on a Thursday, Wednesday or Tuesday. So I was like, oh okay, so it's calendar days. Then there's some other information locally in New Zealand. It's like 72 hours. Basically came to the conclusion that that was for lab tests to process it. They need 72 hours. So I was like, okay, I'll do it as soon as possible on that first day. But I came yesterday to the doctors and they were like, no, come back tomorrow morning. You need to do it within the 72-hour window of your departure time. So technically, because I fly on Saturday night at 11:30, obviously they're not open at Wednesday at 11:30, so I'm here on Thursday morning. Whew. So that's step one. So I will do my passenger locator form, which needs to be done within 48 hours of you departing. And then for the third one, for the testing kit, so I was like getting super organized a couple of weeks ago. I was getting all my life admin done. I booked this, got my proof. I was like, perfect, just print this off, take it with me. I've just had an email come through while I'm sitting here literally to say that they have had to cancel my order and they'll give me a refund because they've had a logistics error. So now I need to book a new testing kit. Oh, do I need signs that, like, am I doing the right thing? I'm stressed. I don't know what's going on. So, I don't know. You try and be organized with these things and maybe you just can't be. As if flying long haul wasn't stressful enough. I had my flight booked for a long time that I was leaving on Sunday the 23rd. Flying with Cathay Pacific. They moved that first flight, Auckland to Hong Kong, to the 22nd, and I was like, that's fine, I can leave on the 22nd. But my second flight from Hong Kong to London hasn't changed, so my transit time has gone from 2 hours to 16 hours, which, I mean, like, it would be okay, you could find stuff to do, but I know coming over here in December, the airport is shut. It's like a building site. Everyone's doing renovations. There's nothing open. I struggled to find like a cafe to get coffee. I don't know if you saw that video. So I messaged Cathay, and I've been contemplating whether to include this. I think it's a nod to their customer service. I messaged them and I was like, hey, can we move my second flight? Like, my transit's gone from 2 to 16. Long story short, they actually have given me access to one of the premium lounges at Hong Kong airport. I was like, is there any way I can get access, you know, like even if I bid to upgrade my ticket, like what help me out. Plus, like, saying goodbye to everyone. So I was going to do like a farewell dinner on Saturday, but nothing's really open at the airport. We're going to do one closer to the city and then go to the airport. I need to be checking in 3 hours in advance. I need to be there as soon as I can be there because of all these requirements. That catches you up to where we are right now. I am just keeping everything crossed that this is going to go smoothly. I am so nervous. So I hope you enjoy this journey. Let's go, let's get to London. I'm just waiting in the room for a nurse to come and do my test. Yay, we're in. But I forgot to say before, the reason that I've come to this particular doctor's is because my doctor's, my regular one that I'm registered with, isn't open on a Saturday. So if you're flying on a weekend, you need a doctor's that's open on the weekend for your results to come back to them, because the doctors send you the results not directly from lab tests. So in order to open that window in case my results come back on Saturday, I found a doctor's that is open on Saturday. I will see you afterwards. Okay, you guys, we're back. We've done the test. Whew. I'm not gonna lie, stress levels have risen. I saw the doctor first. He did all the paperwork and talked me through the process. The results should be back within 24 hours. touching all the wood. And then we will have the documentation ready for you to collect at reception. Call tomorrow to check that it's back, and then arrange a time for you to pick it up. I thought I'd get an email as well, but no. Okay, so I'm gonna pick it up on Saturday. I'm hoping that it's back tomorrow, and then I'll just come in on Saturday. So also, I saw online with lab tests that you can drive your own sample to the lab tests. So I asked the doctor, I was like, can I drive my sample to Mount Wellington to cut out the courier, hopefully speed up the process, you know? And he was like, oh, I've not heard of that. No one's requested that before. It should be back tomorrow. So it was kind of like a, don't do it that way. You try and do your research and you try and be organized, so these things come up and you're like, just go with it. Also, side note, if you're doing this, just take your passport with you. Just for ease. They were fine, so I didn't bring my passport, but I brought ID, so they were okay with, like, you know, because they've got to add your exact details. When I was talking to the doctor, he was like, so passport number, like, do you want to add it onto the form? And I was like, I mean, there's no harm in adding it. Luckily I have a scan of it on my phone, so pulled that up. Then also, when I was talking to the doctor, he was like, oh, you are quite close to that 72-hour mark, aren't you? Like, when he did the maths. And I was like, oh, like, yeah, but what else can I do? Like, I don't want to leave it much longer, and then lab tests take longer to turn it around. Like, oh my gosh. And then I went to the nurse's room and I was sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh, do I ask? Like, am I too close to 72? Do I wait until I'm closer to 48? When the nurse came into the room, I asked her, I was like, look, stress level's just going up. I'm close to the 72-hour mark. It's okay. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. I would love to see just like one document that is the advice that GPs have been given from like authority, just because it's like with me, the doctor and the nurse, there's like a few different interpretations of the same thing, like generally the same gist but slightly different. And now I've got to try and find a new provider for my testing kit when I arrive in the UK. I'm going to do that now, so it's off my brain, but my phone's reception's not working very well. I don't know, I'll check back in. Okay, I would just like to formally apologize for my nervous energy in the last couple of clips. I've gone for a drive and I've calmed down now, and I've got some perspective. At the end of the day, everyone who is involved in this process has done it more often than me, even if they've done it once before. So I'm just going to trust the process, let it be. It is what it is, and you know, what will be will be. I'm just going to focus on the next day and a bit with family. It's actually my mum's birthday tomorrow, so that's what we're going to do now. Okay, we're home, we're ready to book the testing kit. Ding ding ding, round 2. I'm going to put a couple of links for pages that I found useful from the UK government website in the description below, but I'm just going to show you now going through the process of looking at the different providers. So this is basically the first page, and then I'm going to go here, find a test provider, see here the highest risk country you've been in or passed through, including transit stops. So that is why, because Hong Kong is on the amber list, I have to select amber. New Zealand's on the green list, but unless I'm going through Singapore, which is also on the green list, here I am. So then here they are, here's the list. They've actually added a filter here. This wasn't here originally. This really helps because you can filter by region or the testing format or method, and then you've got all of the different bits of information here, pricing, turnaround, region, etc. Guys, I'm going to show you what I'm looking at right now. The stress levels are going back up again. Okay, so we've got one here that says postal tests are not refundable. I'm not kind of keen to do that in case something happens again. Then I've got this one where I'm like, it looks good, like it's got all the bits, the good information, but just the fact that the website is so bare is making me question. Like, I've got trust issues, guys. I've got trust issues now. Then there's this one, but look at this. Like, a few of them have said this, they don't have stock. Also now, like, I'm going up in price because of availability and those other factors. I think I paid $139 for my original one that got cancelled. So now I'm just like working my way through the list. The other thing that is a bit unnerving is that some of them ask for all of your information up front, like full details, flight number, passport, before buying, whereas others are just like, yep, cool, and we'll send you the email with your confirmation number, and then you need that confirmation number to put into your passenger locator form. I think it's just the inconsistency that makes me a bit worried. Also, the other thing is that some of them you can check availability before you buy, and then others you can't, but I assume that you wouldn't be able to add it to the cart unless there's availability. Anyway, we'll see what happens next. I'm just gonna go with that first one I showed you, £105. It's on their list, so it must be approved, and let's just hit buy. I think I literally just made the cut for their standard shipping as well, so shipping was like £15 at 1 to 3 business days, but with Thursday, so Thursday, Friday, Monday, I need it on Tuesday's day 1, Wednesday's day 2, so I need it on Wednesday. With this one, I can get shipping updates by text, so I've submitted that request because I need all the updates. Side note, PCR test stands for polymerase chain reaction test. You learn something new every day. Now that company's just emailed me to say, please complete this form to confirm your booking, so I take it that's where I'm going to put in all my details, and they've given me my confirmation number for my passenger locator form, so we're looking good. Okay, let's touch all the wood. Everyone touch some wood right now, please. Put some good vibes into the air. It's all submitted. They said yes, confirmed. They've given me my number again. They've given me a support email in case I have any questions. So let's get to London. Woo! Hey guys, how's it going? I've taken myself for a run, as you can tell. I took 2 minutes off my bloody time for my loop that I usually do, I think because it's fueled by literally anxious, stressed, nervous energy. Also excited, but my result came in early this morning, like before 8 AM. Got a text message saying negative, so good, but also like, oh, maybe I could have waited, but you never know these things. That's where we're at. Right now I am packing. I'm actually doing my hand luggage first. Actually, that's irrelevant, but I'm doing my hand luggage first because I feel like then I can decide other things like what I can cull and not, and etc. Anyway, I'll check back in soon. Okay guys, we're pretty much packed. I've literally got a little pocket for face masks. Just the absolute essential. It's the morning of, oh my gosh. Okay, so we fly tonight. I am so exhausted. I haven't even left home yet. I'm just like, oh my gosh, my brain's exploding with everything to do. I was born in the UK, so I have a UK passport, and I was like, oh, I'll just travel on my UK passport. So when I went to get my COVID test the other day, I gave them my UK passport number to put on that doctor's note, so then it matches up. And I went to print off my ticket and realised that it had my New Zealand passport number, and I was like, oh. So then I've just been on the phone for half an hour to Air New Zealand, who is the operating carrier for the first leg to Hong Kong, and then this afternoon I'm going to get in touch with Cathay to change the second leg. It would have been fine surely if I just had both on me, just to be like, here's my ID, yes, this is me, this was my negative test. But I don't know, I just feel like I just want it all to be fine, and it's like stressful. Anyway, we're all packed. I'm just going to zip everything up and then we're going to go because I need a break from thinking. I'm at the airport, I'm checked in. This is quite literally the first time I've been able to pick up the camera all afternoon. It literally turned into like a mad dash across the city to get everything sorted. So if you can get a doctor that would email your negative COVID result, like the documentation to you, I would highly recommend. So you can print in your own time. Anyway, got here in the end. Went to the pub, said goodbye to friends, came to the airport with my family because nothing's open here on the other side. There is meant to be a few things open on this side once you've cleared customs, but because we are now 10:30 at night, I take it they have shut. Duty free was still open. There's like a convenience store open, but otherwise no. The passenger locator form I actually ended up doing on my phone at the pub because I had to do it within the 48 hours before arriving in the UK. Bit of a time constraint there with 16 hours transit, but hey, we made it. So everything teed up, check-in was okay. They checked all my details, cross-reference the booking number for my testing kit in the UK onto my passenger form, and then obviously my negative COVID results, checked all those details, everything matched up across the 3 documents that you have to show. What I'm going to do is end part 1 here. In part 2 I'll talk about the check-in process and all of that. So yeah, see you then. Bye.